And then he jumps in a car and revs the engine, and it's super loud.
Like, he could have very been quietly been like, hey, over here.
All right, welcome to Movie AAR. Today we're going to be looking at The Mummy for our movie after action review. So this scene that we're looking at is a civil unrest type of scene. It's a big horde that's chasing our main characters, Richard and Evelyn and Ardith and Jonathan, as they're trying to escape the mummy, but they're also just trying to escape the horde, at which point they get attacked as they're driving the car down the market streets, and there's probably like 10 people on their vehicle at some point. And they're mowing through them, but they're also pushing them off, punching them off, and they get cornered. And they have to start negotiating with the terrorists, basically. And so they try to problem solve. They can't do it in time, and eventually they find, by a miracle, they find a hatch in the ground somehow, and they escape through it, but one guy doesn't. What was real and what was fake about this, John?
There was a street and a car, and people sometimes have guns, and mob mentality, 100% real. You don't have to be a zombie. What's fake is, I don't know, the whole mummy thing is pretty fake, but how they're mowing people over. If you look at like the dynamics of that vehicle, like I don't think they're running people over like that. Like, that's not happening. Everybody jumping on the car without a single person grabbing the steering wheel or crashing the vehicle, but they somehow able to go straight and keep driving down an old, 2,000-year-old town, I'm assuming. It just doesn't, that's not happening.
They also all had swords before they jumped on those vehicles, and they just ditched the swords to jump on the moving vehicle. I mean, what was their end game there? What?
Yeah, you didn't think, have you ever heard like a stick and a spoke? You didn't hit the tire, maybe? I don't know. What would you rate this scene?
On realistic?
Yeah.
I would say, if I didn't know the circumstances and I just saw a horde of people with knives and swords chasing after a vehicle, when do you don't even see that?
Like I said, mob mentality.
Yeah, groupthink, mob mentality, just going with whatever's being done. I would give it like a 2.
Wow, that was generous. Actually, I'll give it a 2. The situation is not plausible, but what people might do to hurt other people and or try to get away, 100%. It also shows that if you try to get away, the way they try to get away, except for Jonathan, who was smart at the beginning, who just was like, I'm just gonna pretend like I'm going along with this thing.
And then he jumps in a car and revs the engine, and it's super loud. So the whole mob would be looking back at him again.
Like, he could have very been quietly been like, hey, over here.
This scene is fake in all the ways. In every way.
In all the ways.
Nobody even fell under the car. They didn't run over a single person.
They did poke an eye, though. Award-winning books that prepare children for disaster, check. Written by Dr. Heather Beal, check. Easy way to learn in a healthy environment, check. Endorsing cool people with great ideas, check, check, check. Grab a copy today at thereadinesslab.com/shop.
Smart people buy instinct-ready go bags. It's all the cool things. Upgraded emergency preparedness, multiple options designed for every home, created by first responders, and they were even featured in the New York Times. Go to thereadinesslab.com/shop or click on the link below to pick up your bag today. Land ahoy! Emergency managers, what are they doing on a car's high-speed chase through a marketplace? What are they doing in that situation? What are they thinking about?
Cars, high-speed chase through a marketplace. I think you have like lots of different things here. So let's talk about high-speed chase. There will be people coordinating at the strategic level to get as many things out of the way so that as the car shows up, it doesn't ram people. I think there was just a story just the other day of I guess this is the other side of the angle, but he was a drunk driver, and there was like a marathon happening in Florida, and the a female police officer, rammed the drunk driver head on right before he hit the crowd, saving countless lives. So there's that side of the house.
Well, we talked
law.
about what it's like to be in a protest that's gone wrong, that's gone to a riot, and how to escape that. But in this case, think about any other special event like the Boston Marathon bombing, or any that parade that guy drove through last year. At that point, you're dealing with some consequence management. You're working with your coroners, your police, your fire. At that point, it's kind of a small localized incident. The emergency management office may be involved, but maybe not.
Yeah, they had no security force whatsoever in that town. None. Oh, they had the guy in black. The guy's been like protecting against the mummy for like thousands.
Oh, Ardith. Yeah.
Man, that guy's awesome, dude.
That guy is he's the coolest character for sure.
100%. 98%.
I like Brendan Fraser's character.
I like Brendan Fraser so much. Yeah. Okay, so we talked about what's real, what's fake. We talked about very quickly, because we've kind of talked about this stuff before. So make sure you check out Jumanji, another episode that talks about this kind of stuff. But from a protecting yourself angle, let's say it's beyond riot at this point. You are now being chased. What are some things that you would suggest for people to do that does not, corner you into a back alley and people are chanting Imhotep waiting for their terrorist leader to show up?
If you're being chased by someone?
Chased by a group of people, or a kidnapping. There was a kidnapping in that scene. Right?
I mean,
how do you start getting into recovery?
Shouting for help. You should call 911 on your phone if you have it on you.
Scream fire.
If it's night, you should find an area with lots of lights. Try to find a building to go into and find someone to talk to, at least someone who you think can help you. If Michael Myers from Halloween is chasing you, everybody's going to die. But in this case, if it's just a random person, likely they're not going to chase you into a building if they don't know you personally, or even if they do, they're not going to want to make a scene. So find populated areas.
Yeah, if you say help, a lot of people don't look, but if you say fire, people help. That's why I noted that.
Those were my requirements when I used to do online dating. Was I wanted to meet them in a public place with lots of people.
It's like kidnapping?
No, lots of people around in a public place so that I could make sure they weren't the serial killer, because all the women assume the guy is. So I had to tell them my criteria. Hey, I want to make sure you're not a crazy person.
Yeah, I agree. Good populated areas, different populated areas than the mob that's chasing you. Try to get some help, get out of there, keep moving. That's my other thing. My last one would be just keep moving, and like distance is your friend.
Don't move too fast. You don't want to run out of breath. But if the crowd is moving at a certain pace, just go slightly faster than them.
Again, never stop fighting, never stop moving,
and just have situation awareness where you're at.
Yeah.
Don't get
don't put yourself in a crazy situation.
All right. Well, that's the episode. Thanks y'all for attending. Make sure to like and subscribe below. Make sure to check out some of our other Movie AAR videos, as well as all the other shows in the Readiness Lab. And we'll see you next time. Salom.
Bye.